This build hits over 100 billion damage in Sailor Piece. So if you're either just trying to do insane damage or prepare for C2, this is the only guide that you will need. I tested a bunch of different weapons, setups, and this one outperforms everything else. I'll show you the exact setup, stats, and how to use it so you can hit this exact numbers too. Now make sure you watch till the very end because most people mess up one key thing that kills their damage. Before we get into the video, I just want to remind you guys I'm giving away this 2x drop when I hit 5,000 subscribers, so make sure you subscribe and comment your username for a chance to win. Now the weapon we're going to be using is the strongest shinobi. To obtain the strongest shinobi, head over to Ninja Island and defeat this boss a bunch of times. It will drop all the key items that you need. The NPCs are located on the left side of the island, the first one being right here. This is where you buy the strongest shinobi. And to get the F skill and the mastery on it to get the extra 30% boost, you come over to this NPC right over here. After unlocking the strongest shinobi, make sure you put a level 10 blessing on it. And while you're here, let's talk about the accessory. We were going to be using the moon outfit with the level 10 enchantment on it. Now for your race, you're going to be using the warlord race. For the trait, you're going to be using emperor. For your rune, you want the primordial rune. And for your clan, you want the altar clan. I know on paper, the upper clan looks like it does more damage, but the altar clan's passive of after using 5 abilities, the next one does a 1.5x damage, will absolutely throws altar clan in first place because there's no other boost for clans that do an additional 50% damage. If you want consistent damage, you should be using the upper clan, but if you want insane massive spikes of power every now and again, you should be using the altar clan. So for this guide, we're going to be using the altar clan. The spec passive for today's build, we're going to be using the berserker. My specific berserker does an additional 29.6% damage and a crit damage buff of 14.3%. Ideally, you have rampage with similar stats because rampage is just berserker but better. But I haven't been lucky enough to get good stats on my rampages. So for now, berserker works good. And we can't forget about the power traits on Lawless Island. The power trait that we want is a cursed brand because it does additional damage to NPCs up to 15%. I have a 13.9, which is really good. And it does up to 30% more damage. And I got really lucky with a 29.3. The crit damage and the crit chance are also really nice to have, but they're not as important. So you want to aim for the cursed brand just to do insane amounts of damage. But overall, I think Colossus is better if you're trying to kill bosses and stuff. But that's okay. That's the point of this video. The artifacts that we're going to be using is the Abyssal Crown set. It has insane damage buffs, crit damage buffs, and crit chance buffs. These are the stats I have on mine. Now, you will never get the exact same because there's a big amount of luck involved, but just try to get the best ones you possibly can and don't focus on trying to get super, super perfect stats because it's so luck-based. You'll go insane from AFK grinding. It's close to impossible to get the perfect set. Now, the main thing that most people forget about is the aura and the cosmetic. You should be using any auras or any cosmetics that you get. Preferably, the highest tier is legendary because legendary tiers, they all give a 15% damage for the aura. And for the cosmetic, they give a 15% damage and a 20% HP buff. Now, if you don't get lucky and you don't get the legendaries, the common ones still give a nice little buff. Like this one gives a 5% buff with a 7.5% HP buff. And the aura, the common gives a 5% buff. But still, it's better than nothing, right? And if you don't have any auras or you don't have a legendary aura, comment your username down below and tell me which one you're missing. And I might send you 1 or 2 crates so you can hopefully buff your damage even more. Finally, it's time to showcase the damage test. Now, this one isn't going to be the altar buff. This is just how much the F move does normally without getting the 1.5 buff from the altar clan. I believe it's going to be around 80 billion, but let's see. Come on, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. 86 billion. 86 billion damage from one F move. That's insane. And it only gets better. Real quick, I'm going to use some moves to activate the altar buff. Now, if this does over 100 billion damage, you have to subscribe. Sorry, I don't make the rules. Come on. Come on. I'm scared. What if I mess it up? This is going to be so bad. All right, come on. 15, 23, 30, 40, 50, 60. Huh? Wait. Guys, I might have messed it up. Okay, now if I did everything correctly, this should do a lot more damage. Hopefully I didn't mess it up again. All right, come on. Come on. All right, I feel like it's going up faster, right? Oh yeah, that number's going up crazy quick. Yo, oh, we're already past 80, 100, 125, 125 billion damage. Yo, I don't think there's any builds that do more damage than that. That's actually insane. If this helps you at all, like and subscribe, and don't forget to comment your username for a chance to win the Game Pass talked about earlier. And on your screen right now is a video that YouTube thinks that you'll absolutely love.